Good morning, everybody. Jeremy Shipe with you in the KBBN studios. We seem to be having some issues with our tower site, which is not allowing us to broadcast through KBBN. So I wanted to hop on and give you some coverage here on Facebook and YouTube. We are tracking a storm that is moving across our area and bringing about a severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Loop County, northeastern Lincoln County, southeastern Logan County, and Custer County, in the entirety of Custer County, as well as some portions of Blaine County as well. This is in effect until 4:45 this evening. Hazards with this storm include 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This is all radar indicated at this time. Hail damages to vehicles is expected. You can also expect considerable tree damage. Wind damage is also likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. Now, locations impacted, as this is a pretty significant storm, as you can see on your screens right now. Some areas impacted include Broken Bow, Arnold, Callaway, Sargent, Ansley, Myrna, Mason City, Oconto, Anselmo, Comstock, Berwyn, Victoria Springs State Recreation Area, Wysert, Westerville, Lillian, Milburn, the Milburn Diversion Dam State Wildlife Management Area, Walworth, Lodi, and Buckeye as well. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Again, you kind of see some of the severe thunderstorm warnings overlapping there. Again, this loop that we are seeing on our screens together right now is a loop that is pretty long, started in the mid 2 o'clock hour, and is now a loop that ends at about 4:15. So it's about 4:30 right now. So the communities of Sargent, Burwell already feeling the effects of this storm. Broken Bow going to be getting some rain very, very soon. Getting pretty windy out there as I was driving into the studio. And then behind this initial system, there's another system trailing behind, which is now impacting Valentine and just getting past the Valentine area up to the north as well. So again, those of us in Broken Bow going to be getting some rain and some pretty intense winds here very shortly, if not already. Sargent, Burwell, now Ord pretty soon, going to be experiencing some pretty intense results as a part of this storm. Comstock and Arcadia in the direct line of those same storms that are contacting Sargent, Taylor, and Burwell. Berwyn, Ansley, Mason City, Litchfield, all going to obviously be a part of this, but kind of this little sweeping hook area is something that we will keep an eye on for sure on this radar right now, just bringing an entire severe thunderstorm warning for all of Custer County. But those sorts of things on radar can sometimes turn into something else. Now, we don't want to obviously think too far ahead of what the radar is giving us, but that is something that we'll keep an eye on that part of the storm. So again, a severe thunderstorm warning being issued for pretty much our entire listening areas. This very large storm system, which stretches from Valentine all the way to the southeast to the Sargent and Loop City area now, is bringing up a severe thunderstorm warning for our entire listening area. Again, couple of severe thunderstorm warnings are overlapping. That would be in the Sargent area, the Sargent and Comstock area, heading here towards Arcadia. That seems to be kind of the most intense part of the storm, as two areas of the storm are kind of overlapping in that area. So we'll obviously keep a big look at that area as well. We want to thank our severe weather coverage sponsors that are bringing you coverage. They include Custer Public Power District, Ansley Lumber and Supply, Hunter's Towing, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Fixed Right Auto Body. Here in a moment, I'll see if I can get some of those ads pulled up and play them for you. And when we come back, I hope to pass along some more information as it becomes available here in our studios. For 24-hour towing, winch and recovery, lockouts, and more, call Hunter with Hunter's Towing. He's based in Berwyn, ready to roll out to help you out of a tough situation. Hunter wants you to remember the Move Over law in Nebraska. It is the law to move over for any emergency vehicle with their flashing lights, including tow trucks and highway workers. Slow down, move over, and help make the job of law enforcement and emergency workers safer. When you need a tow, call Hunter's Towing at 870-1983. Taylor Heating and Cooling, LLC, the guys you call when you're sweating and want to be chilly or shivering when you want to be warm. Based in Broken Bow, Taylor Heating and Cooling offers the area affordable service, repairs, and installation. Whether residential, commercial, or new construction, they welcome the opportunity to work for you. Give them a call and ask about their many services. 872-6196 or visit TaylorHeatingandCoolingBB.com.
In the age of the internet, everyone feels that there's a do-it-yourself solution to everything. When it comes to hail damage repair, there isn't a better solution than a shop that employs professionals who use state-of-the-art equipment and techniques. That's Fixed Right Auto Body. To get your ride back on the road looking sharp, Fixed Right is the place to talk to. Whether it's paintless dent repair or not, we work with insurance to make the process as smooth as possible. Literally, Fixed Right Auto Body in Broken Bow, just north of the police station on 10th Avenue in Broken Bow.
Storms can be seen coming from states away, and sometimes they appear out of nowhere. That's why it's important to always keep storm safety tips in mind. Should you lose power at any time, Custer Public Power reminds you to keep freezers and refrigerators closed as much as possible. Use a generator, but only outdoors and away from windows. And disconnect appliances and electronics to avoid damage from electrical surges. These reminders brought to you by Custer Public Power District.
Ansley Lumber and Supply has the products you need for your siding projects. With LP SmartSide products, you can be sure that your home will be safe and strong for years. LP SmartSide products feature engineered wood strand technology that offers superior protection against hail, wind, moisture, fungal decay, and termites. Simply put, it's one of the most durable siding solutions on the market. For your siding projects, go to Main Street in Ansley to Ansley Lumber and Supply.
Good evening or good morning, whichever you want to consider it again, folks. We've got some reports to pass along to you as far as this storm is concerned. Again, this is a pretty major storm, stretches all the way from nearly North Platte to the northeast up to O'Neill and then up to the north, way past Valentine and into South Dakota. So as we continue to track this storm as it goes across our listening area, I'll give you an update right now as far as some things we are seeing indicated to us. 10 miles west-southwest of Anselmo, a report came in of thunderstorm wind gusts of 59 miles an hour. Now, that was quite a bit ago, but that does give us an idea as far as the intensity of this storm. That came in at just after 4 o'clock of a 59-mile-an-hour wind gust. 8 miles west-southwest of Callaway, a co-op observer reported a thunderstorm wind gust of 72 miles an hour. Now, that was not that long ago. That was less than 10 minutes ago at 4:25, and that is kind of on the southern part of this storm, obviously to the south and west of Broken Bow. So as that storm moves its way through the Callaway area, that is kind of the intensity of that part of the storm. As far as that storm that's up by Valentine, which we're certainly keeping a look at because it could come down into our listening area, rainfall of 1.5 inches within an hour was recorded on a tipping bucket from an at-home weather station. That made it into our weather report file. So that's kind of an idea of what's going on with this storm as it moves through the area. Now, a couple of the severe thunderstorm warnings have been allowed to expire, and a couple do still exist. You see the two on your screen here. Those are the ones that still exist. If you remember, the one that was allowed to expire spiked up here over the Taylor area and overlapped Sargent and Comstock a little bit. That one has actually been allowed to expire as this storm moves to the southeast. So we'll continue to keep an eye on this storm as it moves across, and obviously these two severe thunderstorm warnings are still in effect. Broken Bow, again, even though the storm has essentially moved past it on the north and south. It's kind of getting this little bit of a hook effect moving around Broken Bow itself. So Broken Bow having to wait a little bit longer as far as the rainfall goes, but it certainly will come because it's going to be hard for this storm to miss Broken Bow after all of this activity all across the board. So again, the severe thunderstorm warning that we are looking at is put in effect and will remain in effect until, let's see here. I'm going to see if they updated this. Looks like it does not have, well, yeah, until 4:45. So still have about 9 minutes left on this severe thunderstorm warning that remains in effect. And again, 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail is radar indicated with this storm. Again, if you are in this area for your protection, you need to move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building and be prepared for impacts like hail damage to vehicles and expect considerable tree damage. Wind damage is also likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. Again, I just heard the wind start to whip up here at our studios as well. So getting pretty intense out there. The winds are going to start to whip. If you can move to an interior room on the lowest floor of your building, that would be the thing to do as this storm moves across the area. Not a super fast-moving storm, as this loop that you're looking at on your screens right now is an over 2-hour loop, and it takes certainly a while for this storm to move, even from the Dunning area all the way down to Broken Bow in that 2-hour time spot. But as far as storms go, probably about average, probably moving about 35 to 40 miles an hour. So we'll continue to keep an eye on this and update you as more reports come in. Let's take a look at one new report came in. Damage threat considerable with 70-mile-an-hour winds observed and 1-inch hail radar indicated. That is a part of the storm that is impacting Custer, Lincoln, and Logan counties. And that is one that was canceled for Blaine and Loup counties. So a update coming in there. Let's see here. A issuance coming in saying that this storm will impact portions of southern Garfield and southwestern Wheeler counties through 5 o'clock. Now, this one indicating that particular storm with 55-mile-an-hour winds and just over 3/4-inch hail. So, again, as this storm continues to move across, some areas more intense than others, and as we continue to get those reports on the ground from weather spotters and weather stations, we will pass those along to you. We're going to step away for a quick moment and hear from some of our severe weather sponsors that include Custer Public Power District, Ansley Lumber and Supply, Hunter's Towing, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Fixed Right Auto Body. When you're stranded on the side of the road, there's only one number you need to know. That's Hunter's Towing at 870-1983. When you call at any time of day or night, Hunter and his faithful dog Scooter will be on their way. Hunter is based in Berwyn, but you'll rarely see his trucks there. You'll see them out serving the citizens of Custer County and the surrounding area. 870-1983 for Hunter's Towing. Taylor Heating and Cooling, LLC, the guys you call when you're sweating and want to be chilly or shivering when you want to be warm. Based in Broken Bow, Taylor Heating and Cooling offers the area affordable service, repairs, and installation. Whether residential, commercial, or new construction, they welcome the opportunity to work for you. Give them a call and ask about their many services. 872-6196 or visit TaylorHeatingandCoolingBB.com.
Hey everyone, this is Tammy at Fixed Right Auto Body in Broken Bow. When you're taking your vehicle in for repair, go with the place that treats your vehicle like it's their own. That's Fixed Right. From paintless dent removal and hail damage repair to deer collisions and panel replacement. Come get an estimate today. Safety and attention to detail are always our top priority. That's Fixed Right Auto Body. We're just north of the railroad tracks on 10th Avenue in Broken Bow.
Good morning again, everybody, and thanks for joining us for severe weather coverage. We'll continue to pass more information along as it becomes available to us, but again, what we're looking at is a severe thunderstorm warning that has been placed in effect for northeastern Lincoln, southeastern Logan, as well as all of Custer County. Again, as you are seeing this radar indication on your screens where you are viewing this morning, this is running about 10 minutes behind as far as radar goes. Continues to update, but you can usually assume that this storm is a couple inches more to the southeast on your screen than it is viewing right now when you're looking at radar at any time. That's a good assumption to make. So obviously some pretty intense wind and rain is what we're receiving right here at our studios in Broken Bow at the moment. There has been some indicated hail in this storm as far as storm spotter indications as well as radar indications to this point. Again, some of those updates came earlier on in this storm, one of them coming from 8 miles west-southwest of Callaway. A co-op observer reported thunderstorm wind gusts of 72 miles an hour with this storm. A other report came significantly earlier at 4:09 this morning, 10 miles west-southwest of Anselmo, a report of a thunderstorm wind gust of 59 miles an hour. Now, again, we haven't seen any reports as far as storm spotters or anything other than radar-indicated hail at this point, which is obviously a very, very good thing. So we'll continue to kind of keep an eye on this storm as it moves across the area and hope that those hail reports still continue to stifle off and not happen at all. So, again, a severe thunderstorm warning. I believe another one was just issued. We'll go ahead and take a look at this one. I'm going to guess this is just a change. Yeah, all they did was they changed kind of what the severe thunderstorm warning looks like. It no longer covers the back corner of Custer County, but still obviously covers a majority of the rest of Custer County. And that is for east central Lincoln County, as well as Custer County, and that is issued until 5:30 this morning. At 4:43, just a moment ago, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from Berwyn to 9 miles northeast of Gothenburg, moving southeast at 45 miles an hour. Hazards are radar indicated at this point, and they include 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts as well as quarter-size hail. Hail damage to vehicles is expected, as well as tree damage, and wind damage also likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued with new parameters for Custer County, and you'll see that extends on down to the south past Lexington, Elwood, Smithfield, and to the east over towards Ravenna and Cairo along Highway 2. So this storm kind of just taking a trip down Highway 2 a little bit, and we've obviously still got that issuance of that original severe thunderstorm warning for Custer County overlapping with the new one. So they're not going to let the previous one expire at this point. They are just going to overlap a couple that are a little bit more accurate as far as where this storm is sitting. Now, Brent Apperson is doing live coverage over on KCNI Pure Country as well. If you're just joining us, again, we are kind of in a waiting mode as far as the signal goes on KBBN 95.3 FM. As of all places, we have no power out at our tower. We have power here at our studios, and we have generator backup here at our studios as well, which is a great thing. But with no power out at the tower site, we obviously can't finish out that connection. So we'll continue to keep you updated here. We'll continue to keep you updated on KCNI 96.3 FM as well. And we'll continue to keep an eye on this storm as it moves across the area. Again, newest information is a new severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued until 5:30 for Custer County as well as east central Lincoln County in southwestern Nebraska. At 4:43, 3 minutes ago, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from Berwyn to 9 miles northeast of Gothenburg, moving southeast at 45 miles an hour, which was about the estimation that I gave a little bit ago. 45-mile-an-hour movement with this storm. and it moves across down to the southeast. And again, it was indicated as being at Berwyn. So radar can only tell us so much. That's why we continue to look at these different reports that are coming in. Severe thunderstorm warning damage threat just coming in with a considerable damage threat of 70 mile an hour. Hail is 1 inch. Radar indicated again with this storm for Custer as well as Lincoln County. Again, that is a part of this severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued moments ago. That will run until 5:30 this morning. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning for Custer County as well as to the east and southeast as this storm moves along Highway 2. As far as the storm goes, in its intensity, it's really holding up well from what we've seen since we've been on the air with you this morning. That stretch kind of not really as tall on the higher side. Burwell kind of being skirted by the top end of this intense part of the storm moments ago, but it's really holding up well. The part of the storm that is hitting Broken Bow on the radar anyway has become a lot less intense in the amount of time that it has moved our direction. So we'll just hope that this storm continues to de-intensify in as many areas as possible. And again, I have not seen any reports of hail in our listening area come into the report desk as of right now. So we'll hope that continues to be the situation, and I'll continue to keep an eye on this report slide as well. We'll step away for a quick second and hear from our severe weather sponsors. I hope to bring some more information your direction when we come back. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 5:30 now for Custer County as well as east central Lincoln County. Again, a severe thunderstorm was located along a line extending from Berwyn to 9 miles northeast of Gothenburg. It is moving to the southeast at 45 miles an hour with radar indicated 70 mile an hour wind gusts as well as quarter-size hail. Whether you need your motorcycle towed or your semi towed, Hunter's Towing has the equipment and know-how to get you off the side of the road. Save this number in your phone now. You never know when you'll need to call Hunter, 870-1983. That's 870-1983 for Hunter's Towing. He's ready to hit the road at any time to help you out of a jam. Based in Berwyn, serving Custer County and beyond. Hunter's Towing at 870-1983. Taylor Heating and Cooling, LLC, the guys you call when you're sweating and want to be chilly or shivering when you want to be warm. Based in Broken Bow, Taylor Heating and Cooling offers the area affordable service, repairs, and installation. Whether residential, commercial, or new construction, they welcome the opportunity to work for you. Give them a call and ask about their many services. 872-6196 or visit TaylorHeatingandCoolingBB.com.
Storms. They're nasty, mean, and the last thing they have in mind is watching out for your vehicle. When storms scratch or dent your ride, bring it to Fixed Right Auto Body in Broken Bow. Todd and the crew want to put their experience to work for you. They're happy to give you a free estimate. Deer are on the move no matter the season. If you have a close encounter that results in damage, bring it to Fixed Right. They'll work with your insurance agency to make everything even smoother. Just north of the railroad tracks on 10th Avenue in Broken Bow. Fixed Right Auto Body.
No one knows electrical safety better than the experts who practice it every day. Custer Public Power encourages you to practice safety with this reminder for during and after a summer storm. When lightning strikes a home during a storm, the electrical charge can surge through pipes and utility wires. That means you can get zapped if you're touching water or any device that's plugged in, including corded phones. Avoid wires and water. Stop, think, safety first. This message from Custer Public Power District.
Ansley Lumber and Supply has the products you need for your siding projects. With LP Smart Side products, you can be sure that your home will be safe and strong for years. LP Smart Side products feature engineered wood strand technology that offers superior protection against hail, wind, moisture, fungal decay, and termites. Simply put, it's one of the most durable siding solutions on the market. for your siding projects. Go to Main Street in Ansley to Ansley Lumber and Supply.
Live with continuing severe weather coverage from the KCNI KBBN studios, here's Jeremy Shipe.
All right, again, Jeremy Shipe with you in the KCNI KBBN studios this Saturday morning, bringing you more information on the severe thunderstorm warning, which is moving its way southeasterly across our listening area. Again, we have a widespread power outage that is being reported to us by Custer Public Power. Several substations without power currently. That includes the substation or electrical equipment which powers our FM tower. So I wanted to hop on and do a live stream with you this morning and kind of give you a picture of the radar at this point, and also be able to give you this coverage in some way, shape, and form as this storm moves across the area. Now, a couple of folks have dropped some information into the chat box here this morning on this severe weather coverage. Neil indicating lots of tree damage 2 miles south of Callaway. Leroy also saying something about the tree damage in Callaway, also indicating that there is no power in Callaway, which, according to what we have heard from Custer Public Power, sounds about right. Several different substations being reported as being without power. So as the storm continues to move through the area, one thing we do know is that Custer Public Power will be on top of getting those substations back up and powered on as quickly as they can safely do so as this storm moves across the area. Again, some considerable things are being indicated as far as the reports coming into our studios on the help desk here. Considerable damages, 70-mile-an-hour winds have been observed. 1-inch hail is radar indicated. Again, that's something to remember here. Again, when we say something is observed coming into these reports, that means it's been confirmed by a person on the ground. All of the hail reports at this point are all radar indicated, which is what we hope we continue to see. Haven't had any reports in our chat box of any hail either. Angela coming in and commenting saying no power in Oconto either. So we'll again continue to keep an eye on these reports as they come in. The storm at this moment is moving most of its way across Custer County. This is going to be impacting the communities of Ansley, Mason City, and Litchfield very, very shortly. Oconto, much in this storm, and a little miniature storm piece has kind of built itself up behind Oconto and Callaway. So Callaway had that initial hit of a storm, and another system has developed right behind it and is moving along towards the Callaway area as well. So we'll obviously keep an eye on that as that storm continues to move off into the east towards Callaway, past Arnold, that area between Callaway and Broken Bow, also in a significant path of this storm. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning is in effect until 5:30 for basically our entire listening area, as this huge storm that stretches from all the way up to Ewing down to North Platte moves across the area to the southeast. Again, the most concerning area of this storm is the very intense storm systems that are stretched from Ord all the way down past Oconto and Eddyville. No more observations being passed along on the anonymous monitor here, so we'll continue to keep a look at that help desk, and we'll continue to keep a look at the radar here as the storm moves through the area. Again, no confirmed sightings of hail or reports of hail at this time. We also are only getting 70-mile-an-hour wind gust reports and no hail reports from the ground. So we'll hope that it remains that way. A few people joining us this early morning, tuning into the stream, and thank you to those of you that are tuning in to stay informed. Neil saying lots of tree damage 2 miles south of Callaway. Leroy indicating lots of damage in Callaway, no power in town, and no power in Oconto, according to Angela, dropping by and indicating some things to us this morning as well. Again, we have spoken to Custer Public Power. They've indicated to us they're having issues with several different substations this early morning, and they will tend to those when it is safe for their staff members to go out and physically possible for them to attend to those, as well as 70-mile-an-hour winds are being indicated with this storm. We'll step away, hear from our sponsors again, and I hope to have more information to pass along to you. Again, some of the most intense areas of this storm, as the radar just updated. Broken Bow kind of right in the thick of things as far as the yellow medium severeness goes. Oconto going to be very much in a red part of the storm right now on radar. Again, we talked about that other miniature storm that has kind of developed itself off the back end of this storm. You'll see it come onto your screen here shortly, right over there on the left-hand side over here where my mouse is. That storm going to be moving more to the east and south towards the Callaway and Oconto area. So we'll obviously keep an eye on that storm as well. But again, basically our entire listening area in a severe thunderstorm warning as this storm moves its way across and just basically tracks Highway 2 all the way through Ansley, Mason City, and on towards Litchfield and Hazard. We'll step away. I'll see if any more reports come in from the ground, and we'll go from there. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Has the products you need for your siding projects. With LP Smart Side products, you can be sure that your home will be safe and strong for years. LP Smart Side products feature engineered wood strand technology that offers superior protection against hail, wind, moisture, fungal decay, and termites. Simply put, it's one of the most durable siding solutions on the market. For your siding projects, go to Main Street in Ansley to Ansley Lumber and Supply.
When bad storms hit, the first thing you think about avoiding is the downed trees and debris. But Custer Public Power reminds you to keep an eye out for dangerous power lines too. If you see low-hanging or downed power lines, never assume that they don't have power to them. Assume they are energized and deadly, and stay away. Keep others away too, and make sure to report the location. Stay alert of dangers that can exist after the storm. This reminder from Custer Public Power in Broken Bow.
In the age of the internet, everyone feels that there's a do-it-yourself solution to everything. When it comes to hail damage repair, there isn't a better solution than a shop that employs professionals who use state-of-the-art equipment and techniques. That's Fixed Right Auto Body. To get your ride back on the road looking sharp, Fixed Right is the place to talk to. Whether it's paintless dent repair or not, we work with insurance to make the process as smooth as possible. Literally, Fixed Right Auto Body in Broken Bow, just north of the police station on 10th Avenue in Broken Bow.
Taylor Heating and Cooling, LLC, the guys you call when you're sweating and want to be chilly, or shivering when you want to be warm. Based in Broken Bow, Taylor Heating and Cooling offers the area affordable service, repairs, and installation. Whether residential, commercial, or new construction, they welcome the opportunity to work for you. Give them a call and ask about their many services. 872-6196 or visit TaylorHeatingandCoolingBB.com. For 24-hour towing, winch and recovery, lockouts, and more, call Hunter with Hunter's Towing. He's based in Berwyn, ready to roll out to help you out of a tough situation. Hunter wants you to remember the Move Over law in Nebraska. It is the law to move over for any emergency vehicle with their flashing lights, including tow trucks and highway workers. Slow down, move over, and help make the job of law enforcement and emergency workers safer. When you need a tow, call Hunter's Towing at 870-1983. Good morning again, everybody. Again, we're tracking this storm as it moves to the southeast across our listening area. If you're just joining us on the live stream this morning, we currently do not have power at our tower site. We have power here at our studios. I will say I'm not sure if this is generator power we are working on or if we are still connected to grid power. But either way, we have power and we are using it to pass along this severe weather coverage to you. Thank you very much for tuning in. Only report I've seen come in since last joining you was a report of a thunderstorm wind gust of 81 miles an hour. Now, that was reported at the Ord Airport. So, obviously, that is that northeast part of this storm as it moves across the area. An 81-mile-an-hour wind gust being reported at the Ord Airport. So, again, as we kind of look a little bit closer to where our studios are in Broken Bow, usually when it comes to these reports, when a storm is significant and very strong when it comes to wind gusts up over 70 miles an hour and hail, these reports are cruising in. We have not seen such a thing, which is a good indication to me. I'll go out and ahead and say that. So again, radar obviously going to indicate pretty heavy winds, very strong rainfall, but again, not seeing these reports of hail confirmed on the ground or anything past some tree damage is a win. Certainly when this storm looks this strong as it approaches the area. So again, this severe thunderstorm warning has taken on several different shapes as we've moved throughout the evening. Its most common shape was issued just about a half hour ago and is set to expire in about another half hour. So it's covering most of Custer County except for the top northwest corner. Anselmo has had this storm move completely past them. Arnold kind of dealing with that little secondary storm at the moment, however, not seen as significant enough to garner a severe thunderstorm warning. Again, northeast, southeast, and southwest Custer County are all of the areas that we are showing indicated in this severe thunderstorm warning. Again, this storm is moving to the southeast at 45 miles an hour, right down Highway 2, moving towards Mason City, Litchfield, Hazard, and then the Ravenna area. So again, this loop that we are looking at on our screens together this morning is going to just short of about 5 o'clock. So you can probably guess that this storm is impacting Mason City and Litchfield at this time as far as the middle of the storm. Further to the northeast, Loop City going to be getting some pretty intense rains and winds very shortly, if not already. Eddyville, Sumner, and Miller are right in the thick of things as well as this storm continues to move to the southeast. Now we'll keep this radar flowing on your screen, obviously, and we'll just kind of step away for a quick moment and let you observe that while I try to gather some more information. Thanks so much for tuning in this morning and trusting us to keep you informed. Despite being without power at our station up on the Callaway table, letting us broadcast through KBBN, Brent is bringing you radio coverage over on KCNI 96.3 FM as the 1280 AM transmitter is not on yet, but our reports are being given to us from Custer Public Power saying that several different substations are without power at this time. So if anyone has any other information that they want to toss in the chat box, certainly wouldn't push you away or discourage you from putting anything that you can in the chat box that you feel comfortable in sharing. We'll step away. When we come back, I hope to have some more information to pass along to you. We'll keep that radar scrolling on your screen.
Hey everyone, this is Tammy at Fixed Right Auto Body in Broken Bow. When you're taking your vehicle in for repair, go with the place that treats your vehicle like it's their own. That's Fixed Right. From paintless dent removal and hail damage repair to deer collisions and panel replacement. Come get an estimate today. Safety and attention to detail are always our top priority. That's Fixed Right Auto Body. We're just north of the railroad tracks on 10th Avenue in Broken Bow.
Custer Public Power reminds you to be alert of the possibility that storm debris can hide downed power lines. If you see low-hanging or downed power lines, assume that they are energized and deadly. Stay far away, keep others away, and report the location. When bad weather hits, always take time to be extra cautious when you're out and about. You can learn more about storm safety at safeelectricity.org. Keeping your power on and helping you stay informed, Custer Public Power.
Ansley Lumber and Supply has the products you need for your siding projects. With LP SmartSide products, you can be sure that your home will be safe and strong for years. LP SmartSide products feature engineered wood strand technology that offers superior protection against hail, wind, moisture, fungal decay, and termites. Simply put, it's one of the most durable siding solutions on the market. For your siding projects, go to Main Street in Ansley to Ansley Lumber and Supply.
Taylor Heating and Cooling, LLC, the guys you call when you're sweating and want to be chilly or shivering when you want to be warm. Based in Broken Bow, Taylor Heating and Cooling offers the area affordable service, repairs, and installation. Whether residential, commercial, or new construction, they welcome the opportunity to work for you. Give them a call and ask about their many services. 872-6196 or visit TaylorHeatingandCoolingBB.com. When you're stranded on the side of the road, there's only one number you need to know. That's Hunter's Towing at 870-1983. When you call at any time of day or night, Hunter and his faithful dog Scooter will be on their way. Hunter is based in Berwyn, but you'll rarely see his trucks there. You'll see them out serving the citizens of Custer County and the surrounding area. 870-1983 for Hunter's Towing.
All right, I do have a slight bit of information to pass along to you. It just came in just as I was turning the microphone back on. 13 miles southwest of Callaway, a report coming in of a thunderstorm wind gust of the out of the east of 59 miles an hour. So an easterly wind of 59 miles an hour was indicated about 15 minutes ago from 13 miles southwest of Callaway. That would obviously be that southern part of this storm that we are tracking across our area. Again, if you're looking at the screen here, you'll see all of the severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect at this time. Kind of hard to know which piece belongs to which severe thunderstorm warning because these technically aren't all one severe thunderstorm warning. What we do know is that the one that is indicated for Custer County is set to expire at 5:30. Whether or not that will happen remains to be seen. But the storm is moving to the southwest to the southeast at about 45 miles an hour. So that 5:30 estimation does seem pretty accurate. Again, a pretty intense part of this storm is going to be impacting Mason City and Litchfield as well as Hazard as we speak. We're looking at a radar, as most radars are, that is about 10 minutes behind. So venture to guess that a storm traveling at 45 miles an hour is impacting Mason City, Litchfield, and Hazard at this time. Other areas being impacted at this time would include Loop City, Ashton, Sumner, Miller. This storm also moving its way toward Gothenburg and Cozad on the southern part of this storm as it moves across our area. Again, most recent report coming in was a 59-mile-an-hour wind gust, 13 miles southwest of Callaway. That was about 15 minutes ago. So, again, with no indications coming into the desk, that is obviously a thing that is encouraging. Lets us know that this storm is doing just enough to keep this severe thunderstorm warning indication. Some damage to trees being reported by some folks in our chat box this morning. Lots of tree damage 2 miles south of Callaway, says Neil. If we remember back when Neil left that comment, that was a pretty intense part of this storm right around the Callaway and just south of the Callaway area. Leroy also saying no power in Callaway. Angela reporting no power in Oconto. And Adam dropping in this morning. Thanks for tuning in, Adam, saying no power in Ansley. High winds, lots of sideways rain. And that is kind of what we're getting here at our studios as well. Sideways rain, pretty decent amount of wind. Not sure if we're topping the 70-mile-an-hour mark, which was originally indicated with this storm, but we are getting some pretty good wind, a little bit of lightning, and a rumble of thunder every now and then. So certainly really good to not see hail fall out of the sky when it comes to these storms as they move across the area. Again, the severe thunderstorm warning was indicated to us to expire at 5:30. This was one that was put in place when the storm was spotted along a line extending from Berwyn to 9 miles northeast of Gothenburg. It was moving southeast at 45 miles an hour at that time, which is about 30 minutes ago at this time. That remains to be radar indicated. Up to quarter-size hail possible as a hazard with the 70-mile-an-hour winds with this storm. Reports that we are not receiving. We're not receiving any reports that are indicating hail at this time. Just some winds right around the mid-50 to lower 60-mile-an-hour mark. So we'll cross our fingers that remains to be the case as the storm moves across our area as indicated on your screen. We'll step away again for a quick moment, and I'll come back and hope to pass along some more information to you. Thanks for tuning in this morning and trusting KCNI KBBN. Although not on the air on KBBN because of our power outage happening at our tower site, we are here live with you thanks to Custer Public Power, Ansley Lumber and Supply, Hunters Towing, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and Fixed Right Auto Body on a Facebook Live and YouTube stream this morning, taking a look at this radar together. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'll come back in a little bit and hope to pass along some more information your direction.
On air, online, and on the app. Severe weather coverage is on Central Nebraska's news source. Here's Jeremy Shipe.
Again, good morning, everybody, and thanks for trusting KCNI KBBN to keep you informed on severe weather coverage. Again, a strong thunderstorm will impact portions of southeastern Custer County through 5:30. A new special weather statement being issued through our radar and our other information here at the studios. Winds being indicated with this special weather statement include 55-mile-an-hour winds, which is significantly less than the upward side of 70 miles an hour that was originally indicated with this storm when it was up to the northwest of Custer County and moving into our area. Again, 3/4-inch hail also being radar indicated with this storm as it moves through the area. Now, a expiration of a severe thunderstorm warning has been allowed for Blaine, Brown, Cherry, Kippahaw, and Rock and Thomas counties, with that other storm that was up towards the northern side of the radar we're looking at. As you see that here, it has detensified quite a bit up there since moving from the Valentine area and having some severe thunderstorm warnings that direction. As we look at this storm, as the radar is continuing to update for us this morning, it is growing in intensity as it moves its way on this northeastern side of the storm. Colesfield, Ashton, Elba, Cushing, Woolback, as well as St. Paul in direct line of some of the strongest part of the storm. You'll see a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. Well, now they just allowed the one to expire, but severe thunderstorm warning that you can clearly tell by radar is indicated because of that particular part of the storm headed towards the Elba, St. Paul, and Dannebrog area. This storm kind of re-intensifying again as it moves down that direction. As far as the southern part of this storm, Mason City, Litchfield, Hazard, all of you folks in that area should be on the lowest level of your home, away from windows and on the interior part of your home to seek shelter from this storm. Again, as certain parts of this storm are stronger than others, we don't want to take any sort of situation where we assume that a storm is de-intensified enough to where we should be doing anything but taking cover as a result of a severe thunderstorm warning. Now, a new special weather statement has been issued. We'll take a look at that. This indicates that a strong thunderstorm will continue to impact portions of southeastern Custer County through 5:30. At 5:12 this morning, Doppler radar was tracking strong thunderstorms along a line extending from 6 miles northeast of Litchfield to 6 miles east of Cozad. Movement was to the southeast at 40 miles an hour. Hazards include wind gusts of 50 to 55 miles an hour and nickel-sized hail. Again, this is all radar indicated at this time. Impacts include gusty winds that could knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. Minor damage to outdoor objects is possible as well. Locations expected to be impacted include Ansley, Mason City, Oconto, Berwyn, Westerville, Arcadia Diversion Dam State Wildlife Management Area, as well as Burr Oak and beyond.
We're back on KBBN.
Oh, KBBN's back up and going. Okay, that's great. So we'll continue our coverage here on the live stream, but I'm going to step away for a quick moment so that we can start broadcasting on KBBN Radio for our radio listeners as well. Again, thank you for joining us, everybody. We'll have radio coverage and live stream coverage continuing here on KBBN this early morning with you.
residential building. And stay tuned to local broadcast information regarding possible increases in storm intensity. Large hail and damaging wind is occurring or will occur shortly at the locations described inside the severe thunderstorm warning.
Okay, folks, again, thanks for joining us for severe weather coverage on KBBN Radio. We have power at the KBBN towers, so I am able to join you on the radio. Several of you have already been joining me on the video live stream so far this early morning, so thank you very much for trusting us to keep you informed. Again, looking at this storm as it moves through the area, southeastern Custer County is what we are zooming in on right now. Another severe thunderstorm warning being indicated there. Again, the one that is mostly in Custer County is set to expire in about 8 minutes from now at 5:30, but a new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. We'll see if I can click on the correct one here and pass this along to you. Yeah, this one is active until 6:15. It kind of covers a lot of different counties as all of these kind of overmesh and are overlapping with each other as this storm moves into the Litchfield, Hazard, Ravenna, Pleasanton, Miller, Amherst, Riverdale area. That severe thunderstorm warning is indicated in that area. At 5:18, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Ravenna to near Riverdale to 7 miles southwest of Overton, moving southeast at 50 miles an hour. You'll remember this storm not that long ago was moving at 45 miles an hour, so it is picking up a little bit of speed. Hazards include 70-mile-an-hour wind gust and penny-sized hail. Now, this source for the first time tonight is not radar indicated. It is indicated by an automated on-the-ground weather station. This line of thunderstorms has a history of producing measured wind gusts of 60 to 70 miles an hour, which we, of course, can confirm from our area here in Custer County as this storm has moved its way through the area. But again, as far as reports coming in on the computer in front of me, it's been pretty lax. Besides some no power indications coming into us. Again, earlier on tonight, Neil let us know on the video stream that there was lots of tree damage 2 miles south of Callaway. A lot of tree damage in Callaway from Leroy writing in this morning and letting us know there's also no power in town. No power in Oconto, says Angela. Adam said there was no power in Ansley with lots of high winds and lots of sideways rain, and that kind of lines up with what we're seeing on our models here in the station as well. Not currently any hail reports coming in on any of our indicators here at the studios. Jennifer coming into the chat box this morning letting us know no power in Litchfield, and Michelangelo coming in and saying no power in Arnold. So if you're keeping track, looking at those different reports that are coming in, that would be different people saying that there is no power in Callaway, Oconto, Ansley, Litchfield, or Arnold. So again, obviously a pretty major problem when it comes to storm outages at this moment. And we'll hope that those substations, as the storm kind of goes past and allows things to be a little bit more accessible for crews, that power will be restored. This is something that we talked about not that long ago at the Nebraska Line Workers Rodeo. This is where our line workers are, are showing what they're made of, and they're showing us that they are there for us, because when we're sitting at our homes without power, those folks are chomping at the bit, looking out the door, saying, okay, as soon as it's just even slightly safe enough for me to go out and give power to our customers, we're going to go out and do it. Amazing men and women that are working on these problems in our immediate listening area and beyond, all across the state. Amazing folks that go out and do very, very tough things to keep us with power. Again, looking at this storm as it moves through the area, kind of on the tail end of things when it comes to Custer County right now. That severe thunderstorm warning is set to expire at 5:30. We'll see if such a thing happens here very, very shortly. So I'll take a moment and step away. We'll hear from some of our sponsors right now, and then when we come back, I'll see about the indication as far as whether or not that's going to be allowed to expire or not. Be right back here on KBBN Radio.
You're semi-towed. Hunter's Towing has the equipment and know-how to get you off the side of the road.
Save this number in your phone now. You never know when you'll need to call Hunter, 870-1983. That's 870-1983 for Hunter's Towing. He's ready to hit the road at any time to help you out of a jam. Based in Berwyn, serving Custer County and beyond. Hunter's Towing at 870-1983.
Storms. They're nasty, mean, and the last thing they have in mind is watching out for your vehicle. When storms scratch or dent your ride, bring it to Fixed Right Auto Body in Broken Bow. Todd and the crew want to put their experience to work for you. They're happy to give you a free estimate. Deer are on the move no matter the season. If you have a close encounter that results in damage, bring it to Fixed Right. They'll work with your insurance agency to make everything even smoother. Just north of the railroad tracks on 10th Avenue in Broken Bow. Fixed Right Auto Body.
Storms can be seen coming from states away, and sometimes they appear out of nowhere. That's why it's important to always keep storm safety tips in mind. Should you lose power at any time, Custer Public Power reminds you to keep freezers and refrigerators closed as much as possible. Use a generator, but only outdoors and away from windows. And disconnect appliances and electronics to avoid damage from electrical surges. These reminders brought to you by Custer Public Power District.
Taylor Heating and Cooling, LLC, the guys you call when you're sweating and want to be chilly or shivering when you want to be warm. Based in Broken Bow, Taylor Heating and Cooling offers the area affordable service, repairs, and installation. Whether residential, commercial, or new construction, they welcome the opportunity to work for you. Give them a call and ask about their many services. 872-6196 or visit TaylorHeatingandCoolingBB.com.
Ansley Lumber and Supply has the products you need for your siding projects. With LP Smart Side products, you can be sure that your home will be safe and strong for years. LP Smart Side products feature engineered wood strand technology that offers superior protection against hail, wind, moisture, fungal decay, and termites. Simply put, it's one of the most durable siding solutions on the market. For your siding projects, go to Main Street in Ansley to Ansley Lumber and Supply.
All right, good news to pass along, folks. If you're looking at a radar at this moment, you will see that the severe thunderstorm warning that was in effect for Custer County has been allowed to expire a couple minutes early. So this storm moving a little bit quicker than initially indicated, but a pretty accurate issuance from the National Weather Service on that, but it was allowed to expire a little bit early. So Custer County in the clear as far as watches, warnings, and other indicators at this time. There is still just that special weather statement, which is active in Custer County, which is basically that one that was letting us know about some wind gusts of 50 to 55 miles an hour and a possibility, radar indicated anyway, of nickel-sized hail. Probability for that pretty unlikely at this point. There is a storm that is kind of moving into the tail end of this along the Arnold and Callaway area. You'll kind of see it at the tail end of this radar as it comes across the area. Again, that is right around the Gandy and Arnold area, so we'll keep an eye on that storm. That one looks like it could gain a little bit of intensity and be a follow-up to this initial storm that is moving through the area. That initial storm I speak of right now going to be impacting the Rockville, Howard City, Ravenna, Pleasanton, Amherst area, as well as Elm Creek. Again, it's moving that direction and off to the southeast, so we'll continue to keep an eye on that one and these storms that are kind of flowing in behind it. Again, no watches or warnings for our immediate listening area at this time. We'll keep this live stream rolling for you. We'll play a little bit of music, and then I'll pass along any information that has been brought to me here in the studios in just a moment. Thanks for trusting KBBN for severe weather coverage, as Janelle just dropped into the chat box and let me know some power lines are down in Callaway. Again, folks, thank you very much for tuning in and dropping those comments on the air. Again, I'm passing those along to you folks, other people that are viewing as unofficial indications. As well, we appreciate those reports and people taking some time to let us know about those things. We can only take them as unofficial reports, but they are a good way to stay unofficially informed. So we thank you for those greatly. Again, we'll continue to stay on the air. I'll play a little bit of music. We'll keep this radar looping so we can keep an eye on it. And as these storms move through the area, we'll continue to keep you informed here on KBBN Radio. get. And I just realized if Julie was watching the live stream, I didn't have the audio turned on. So, Julie, Dave just ran out and measured 45 hundredths as a result of this storm so far. So we'll continue to add to that any other additional rain that we receive here at our studios. Britt also dropping in saying no power in Mason City. Taylor saying wind hitting north of Bolus and Howard City with lightning, and that's kind of the indication we're getting from several different sources. Lots of lightning, a little bit of rumbling thunder, and some winds around 50 or 60 miles an hour, with lots of parts of this storm at this point on the back end of things in our listening area. Just wind and lightning in Westerville, says Charlotte on our video live stream chat box. So as this storm is not garnering any watches or warnings in Custer County, we will return to regular programming, but we'll continue to keep this live stream rolling. We'll keep an eye on this radar. There is a storm that is right around the Arnold area that is bringing up a special weather statement at this time, but it is not nearly intense enough yet to bring out a severe thunderstorm warning. Doppler radar did track this strong thunderstorm near Stapleton, which is moving southeast at just 15 miles an hour. Wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour, and nickel-sized hail radar indicated with this storm. Again, gusty winds could knock down some tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. Minor damage to outdoor objects is possible. Locations impacted, again, include Stapleton and Gandy. So, again, we'll keep an eye on that special weather statement as that storm is going to kind of move in on the western side of Custer County. But at this moment, as this storm moves through our listening area, we will go ahead and return to some music. We'll keep an eye on things, and we'll continue to keep you informed here at KCNI and KBBN Radio.
From this moment on, we are improvising a new mission.
The Sandhills deserves more than a cookie-cutter station.